Hello everyone! I was asked to do like a back to school advice video, talk about high school, my experience in high school, how I was in high school. I was a hot mess in high school, but yeah, just basic questions on survival basically. I feel like I'm Ned. Remember Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide? That's how I feel right now. Like, for real. I just asked people to send me a bunch of questions and all that fun stuff. Okay. Start with a bunch of questions I got, and yeah, let's get started and start answering them. This is just how I would handle the situations I want to be asked, or how I'm going to be doing things. Everybody's different. Just kind of do your best to apply yourself in the situation. Try to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright, so, first question. How to be successful in high school or college? I feel like all school is basic. I mean, if you go to school to go to school. Go to your classes. Surround yourself with people who also want to be successful. I feel like it's so cliche, but the people birds of a feather flock together. The people you hang out with are the people who are going to help you be successful. If you're going to hang out with people who don't want to go to class and they don't want to listen to teachers and they want to go skip class, go do bad stuff, you're going to probably end up failing. Surround yourself with people who want to help you study, who want to help you pass your classes, who are even in your classes. I like to make friends in each classes, so when I go to those classes, those people do the same thing I'm doing, so we can be successful together. Does that make any sense? Like in high school, I went to private school all of junior high and elementary, and finally in high school I went to a public school. I was so happy. Private school was terrible. Like, if anyone has gone to private school, you know, that's like a cult. Like, it was the worst couple years of my life. It was probably where I became the person I used to be before I became lit, you know what I'm saying? But no, I hated private school. I would never put my kids in private school. That's a no. And my private school was in the middle of nowhere, so I was basically like stuck there. So if I ever wanted to leave, I couldn't leave. It was a hot mess. So, again, like I was saying, so finally in high school I went to public school. I went to Ernest Manning High School. Ooh, go Manning. Manning was alright, like, you weren't bad, but it was different for me because I just came from a private school to a public school where it was like a free-for-all basically. It's like you could do anything you wanted. I had so much freedom. So of course the first semester I was just like, freedom, I don't have to go to class, they don't know what I'm doing, like, there's so many kids in school, I can do what I want to do. I shouldn't have done that. But of course, eventually I got it together. But I had this girl, Jackie, who was in all my classes. So that was easy for me that she was in every single one of my classes. So I just kind of hung out with her. We made friends quickly. She helped me with a lot. We became successful together. Shout out to Jackie. She was a bad one. I liked her a lot. So yeah, basically, surround yourself with people who are going to help you be successful. I did a lot of library hanging out. I would find people who hung out at the library and figure out what they were doing and see if they were in the same classes as me. And then I would just leech onto them. Like, I was like, you can help me, let's all be friends and help each other. That's just how I basically survived high school, asking for help, because I am not too smart. I'm not too smart to ask people for help. No, I'm not too ashamed either. I'm like, I don't get this, do you get it? I'll go see someone I saw in the hallway that was in my classroom. Hey, did you answer that one question? They don't even know who I am. I was in the back of the classroom, but they don't need to know that. We have a common bond. Like, that's something that we can both talk about. If you don't want to help me, you're a hater. You don't want me to pass the class, and that's not cool. Right? So, your study tips. My study tips were, I hate studying passionately. I think it's whack. But to help myself study, I like to use very colorful pens because then at least the writing is pretty. And I love writing notes. Maybe that's not something people like to do. I love writing notes. So I always write notes all the time. And then when I write them in colorful pen, I'm more willing to read them more again. And I have fun writing them. I'll like change colors, alternate colors. The dotted marks will be a different color from the writing. I'll do it like cute little... I should have borrowed my notes for this video, but I loved writing in colorful pen. It made it easier for me to actually kind of enjoy it. I kind of did something while I was doing it. So that was one thing that helped me with a lot of studying. Also... having, again, like, people in my class who did the same, who were doing the same tests as me or anything, we'd study together. That would always help. Studying partners sometimes can be good and bad. Don't let it be like your best friends. You guys are going to kick it and not actually study, you know? Like, if you guys are actually going to study, actually go ahead and study, alright? So, how to manage your time. It was really hard for me to manage my time in high school. I was actually really bad at time management in high school because I did play a lot of sports, and I didn't care about nothing but sports, which is a bad thing. But if I knew then what I know now, of course I'd be so much better with time management. I would have been able to pass my classes way higher and actually like play my sports at the same time. So basically, every day I'd go to school, I'd go to my classes. After school, I'd go to basketball practice or soccer practice. The best thing you can do for yourself is sometimes my practices would be later in the day, like they'd be at 5:45 instead of 3:15 right away. So in that time in between, I would be doing a lot of homework. If I didn't do my homework after school, like after basketball practice, I would do them during the other classes, which is not good. Try to do your homework in class. If not, I would like, if I had social studies last class of the day, I would do my social study homework in my English class homework. Probably bad advice, but just, it's honestly hard. People say like, oh, high school is so easy and junior high is so easy. It's not easy at all. Like, what? You have to take a bunch of classes you don't like you really have, and plus you're still a young adult. There's so much going on in life. Like, it's just, there's so much happening and they expect you to just know what you're doing in high school. Like, it was so hard. Like, I thought it was hard. Like, I had to go to school. I was ratchet. I didn't know how to act. All I wanted to do was play basketball. I hated my teachers. I liked a couple of them, but it was just, there's a lot of finding yourself in high school. I feel like I did a lot of that after high school because I really did not know who I was in high school. That's fine. That's the point of high school. You learn things, you see new people, talk to a lot of people, but when it comes to time management, it's just like on the weekends, you don't always need to hang out with your friends. Do your homework if it's really important. After school, especially if you're not playing sports, do your homework after school. Like, it was so hard for me to do homework because I had sports to do, but especially because I was so tired. My coach used to make us run a lot, so I come home, I would just lay in bed like sore, and I'm like, oh my god, do I really want to do that 3-page essay for English? Not really. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, which is bad, but I would usually do it at lunch, especially when I had afternoon classes. Lunchtime, I wouldn't even go eat. I would just go do my homework because I'm like, it's my fault I didn't do my homework last night. So, just try to find time. There's always time. There's always time. You just gotta find the time. How to balance school, work, and after-school activities. Again, same thing. I feel like that's the same question, hey? Yeah, so if you want a job while you're in high school or anything, I would suggest either working somewhere really close to school just because it would not be that far away, just so you don't have to struggle, go straight from work to school. While you're on break at work, do your homework. Whenever you can get the chance, do your homework. Just, it's always about trying to find the time. It's not difficult, but you gotta just really be dedicated to trying to find time. If you're dedicated to passing, you will pass. If you're not trying to actually pass, you're kind of just half-assing it, you will struggle. You can't half-ass school. You have to either be fully committed to it or you're not fully committed to it. And that's how. So, next question. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Like, really, really fast. Yeah. How not to fall behind in classes. So, for me, I just became really good friends with my teachers. Whether they didn't like me or not, I was not asked so hard. I was like, hi, Mr. Blah Blah. Hey, Miss Blah Blah. All the nice teachers did like me because I was a really nice person. All my other teachers didn't like me because they're like, you slack off too much. You're not listening in class. You're talking to all your friends. I'm like, everybody else talking in class. Is it because I'm black? That was my go-to in high school. I'm such a petty person. I'm like, is it because I'm black? It's because I'm black. Sometimes it was because I was black, which is kind of whack. But most of the time it wasn't. I was just being petty. But I just became really good friends with my teachers. I would email my teachers all the time. That was one thing I started to like love to do more throughout grade 11 and grade 12 was email my teachers. I'd be like, I didn't understand this assignment. Can I come in the morning before school to like read over this assignment with you, or can you explain to me how to exactly do it? Or at least they'll know that when I go to class the next day that I didn't do the assignment because I genuinely had a problem with it. I would email them the night before or during the day, like in the morning or something. My English teacher, Miss Trefiak, she was my heart. Miss Trefiak was so lit. I'd come to English class, she'd be like, hey girl, like she was so cute. She used to wear like these little booties, her jeans, her nice little white blouse. She was so nice, and I sat in front of her class. I never sat in front of any class. This was mandatory. CD assignments, oh jeez. But in her class, I'm kind of cut out. I'm not too sure where it stopped at, but the next question was, what time should we be in bed? And what time to wake up, like school sleeping schedule. So I lived really close to my school and I was still late to school. I'm a bad person for that. But basically, get to school on time. And when you come home, after you do your homework, go to bed. I used to stay up doing my homework a lot because I just never had time. But Obviously, not everyone's gonna be in the same situation as me. You're not gonna have to play sports, right? Not everyone's gonna do that. But for those of you, obviously, who don't play sports and only hang out with your friends after school, just cut that time shorter. Come home, do your homework, then go. Then you'll have early time to go to bed, so you're not super tired in the morning. Like, I literally lived like 10 minutes from my bedroom. Okay, not 10 minutes. I'll say 12 minutes from my bedroom all the way to my locker. Literally, that's literally how close I lived to my school. It was really nice, but at the same time, I had no excuses to be late. I couldn't be like, oh, the bus ran late, or oh, like this and that. They're like, you live right there. What's your problem? I don't know. I just suck at coming to school. I'm sorry. So, just do your best to just get on time and get to school. If you have a bus, I Google Maps everything. I'll time, if I leave at this time, what time I'll get somewhere. Because just time your buses, time your train, time how long it's take you to walk from the train station to wherever, and you'll be fine. Just manage your time very well. Okay. Next question is how to balance eating healthy and exercising while in school. I played sports in school, so of course the exercising part came naturally all the time. I always had basketball tournaments on the weekends sometimes. I had sports just all the time. I took gym because gym was lit. I took gym 10, 20, and 30 because gym 10 is not optional. You take gym 10, but gym 20 and 30, those are optional. People only took gym 10. I was like, how you gonna survive high school without gym 30? Like, what? I took gym, when I knew I could take all 3 gyms, I was like, yeah. I'm taking gym 10, 20, and 30 because gym is the greatest thing ever. I love sports. I was like, yep, I'm going to take them 2 in 1 year as well because I'm with it. In grade 11, I didn't take gym. I took it in grade 12, though. But I took 10 and 20 in first year of grade 10 because I was like, yes, I am in there. And plus, when you play sports in gym, more teachers will see you, coaches might see you, and they'll be like, oh, you should play this sport because you look pretty lit in gym class. That's how I started playing basketball. That's how I ended up trying on the basketball team. They were like, oh, like, you're really good in gym. Are you going to plan on trying out? And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, you should. And I was like, alright, cool, I'll do it. It was fun. So, that's that. For eating wise, I know a lot of people spend a lot of money eating out of school just because, like, schools are always built around fast food areas. Like, Wendy's and McDonald's in the mall near my school made so much money out of our school. Like, everybody spent $11 every day. $11 every day. But try to just pack your lunch. Pack your lunch, bring snacks during the day. Continuously snack. Like, eat an apple in the morning, have, like, a cookie, eat some crackers, cheese. If you get food allowance, that's cool. Save it, because you'll need it for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? Your own lunch. It's always the best thing to do. I do that for work now, because I work in the mall. Instead of buying food in the mall food court every day, I pack a lunch, so I'm not forced to go buy food. I'll just eat my lunch and act right, because I'll feel guilty if I go buy food and I have food in my bag. Like, that's just, that's swag. So, what else? What to do if you have a crush and dating. I had so many crushes in high school, like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm just kidding. Crushes, I would say it's fine to have a crush. It's fine to have a crush. Like, you need something to entertain you at school. You need some eye candy walking around to stare at. You need something to do, something that will excite you to get ready for school every day. So, like, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to class. I go to class, and then I'm like, ooh, that 5-minute hallway walk to my next class is lit when I know I got a crush. Why? Because I bought a new shirt today and I want him to see my shirt. That's why. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I put a little makeup on today, so I want him to see me. Man, if I was in high school, I'd be snatching everybody. Like, yo. But in school, I was ratchet. No one was looking this way. Plus, my brother went to my high school before me. So, my older brother, he plays football. So, all the football players were not allowed to come anywhere near me because I was BK's sister. And I was crazy and, like, no one should talk to me. Like, a lot of girls were like, oh, your brother told us you were crazy. And I was like, alright, cool. But, so, crushes wise, I feel like that's exciting for high school. Like, it's cute to have someone you crush on. Don't date in high school. There's no point, honestly. It's a waste of your time. That's how I feel. I just wouldn't do it because I'm trying to balance school with life. I don't have time for a man to be, especially, like, young boys in high school. Like, it's not cool. My first kiss was with with my crush. It was lit. It was on Valentine's Day. It was so lit. I really hope no one watches this video from my high school because this is really awkward right now. But it was lit. I don't want to say his name. I was in grade 10. So me and my friend Sonia, we got invited to this grade 11 party. We were like, what? We're so cute. We were the only ones invited. Oh my god. We were lit. We were like, we pulled to the party super cute. We were like, only grade 10s in this bit. What it do? Hey. So we're just sitting down being cute. Rush came and my friend were like, so we're sitting down, we're just like chilling, acting like we ain't see him. I don't know if he was already lit, but he just came, he was like, hey, and I was like, hey, what dude? I was so ratchet. Like, if I could look back to myself then and then myself now, I was so ratchet. Like, oh my god, like, I was so ratchet. Like, oh well. But yeah, so we were talking, and he kissed me. I was like, oh my god, I'm so cute. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, yes. We're gonna fall in love now and have babies. We have forever. Oh my god, whoa, whoa, right? Having a crush in high school is cute. I think it's funny. I think it's like something exciting. It's like something you talk about with your friends when you're bored, like in the library. When you're sick of reading about, you know, Hitler or something. You know? What else? What's the next question? How to keep your locker clean and organized. My locker was really far from most of my classes except for one class. So my locker was pretty clean. I had to share with this girl in my TA. She was not nice at the time, but now she's really cool, and I really think she's cute. But yeah, I barely used my locker, only because I just kept everything in my backpack. I didn't have time for that. But my friend, she had a locker really close to the main floor, so we all just shared that locker and just put our main books in that locker. So we just go in there. There's like 4 of us sharing one locker. The locker was surprisingly not messy when it was like 4 or 5 chicks in one locker, but it was cool. Shout out to them for that. It was lit. Not to get stressed out. I feel like being stressed is inevitable. You're gonna become stressed because high school, college, junior high is stressful. You're trying to balance so many things at once that how can you not get stressed? If you don't get stressed, man, lucky you. High five. Now teach me how not to get stressed, because that's lit. But just do your best to manage all your time. Do your best to always just have time for yourself even. Always take a break, sit down somewhere, study on your own. Just take time for yourself as well. Even though like school's so time consuming and like it's all you do continuously for like whenever you're on breaks, take your time. Like don't rush. Just take time so for your next class you're ready to do whatever you have to do. Deal with whatever annoying person is in your class or whatever. I had some annoying people in my class, some of my classes. I just wanted to fight. Like one kid used to make pterodactyl sounds in the class. I was like literally our teacher would be writing notes, so he'd be like, okay, we're writing notes now. So we all start writing notes. I love writing notes, so of course I want to be listening. I want to write my notes in my pretty color pen. This dude would just go, and we're like, what? I used to laugh so hard though, because it just catch me off guard. I used to crack up. Like I get sent out the class for laughing so hard I was crying. He'd be like, Naya, please go step outside and come back when you're ready. I'm like, okay, sorry, like whatever. I'll go outside crying. I just go cry outside. It's when you can't stop laughing is when you're asked to not laugh. It's really take time out of your day. Take time for yourself. Try to just not let little things get to you. Stick to just your classes. Just all the more important stuff. Don't think too much about boys, girls that don't like you, being popular. One thing you should not want to do is be popular. Trust me. That's way too many people. You have to like exceed their expectations. No one has time for that. I'm trying to pass social studies 30 here, okay? And the question is family expectations, taking the courses that you can handle, and picking up the career you want. Most schools are supposed to help you with that and figure out exactly what it is you're going to do, so when you get to college you know what exactly you want to take. I know for a fact I didn't know what I wanted to do outside of college. Outside of high school. High school didn't really, I would say, prepare me for college. I didn't even end up going, honestly. There you go. That's proof right there. There were so many things I liked to do that I didn't think I had the option of taking in college or knew how I wanted to do them. That's one thing I feel like high school did me really wrong in. It didn't really help me figure out what I wanted to do so I could take those courses in college and then do what I wanted to do. But everything in high school, I played a lot of basketball. So I honestly wanted to play basketball in college. That was probably one thing I wanted to do. But so when it didn't happen, I was like, okay, so what's my plan B? So obviously my TA is supposed to help me with that. Like, you're supposed to be like, hey, so this is your plan B in case you don't go to college for basketball. Like, do this, do this, do that, right? I wanted to do coaching, so I wanted to go into teaching, or at least sports med. I wanted to take kinesiology, so I can at least be a coach, basketball coach, or I could, or at least take teaching, so I can become a teacher and like coach junior high or something. I know now that's probably what I should have done in high school, just because obviously like it makes more sense. But of course, I was 16 years old, 17, and no one told me what to do in my life. So here we are 6 years later, but we good. It's all good. We gonna get through it. We got God, right? But I say go to your TA a lot. Try to figure out what you want to do. Figure out what you love to do so much that you could do it forever, and it doesn't seem like a chore to you. Like, I know that's basically what I would say. Try to figure out what it is you love to do and the steps that you need to take and the classes you need to take for that. Never take classes you can't handle, because that's just gonna bring you down and take you further back instead of helping you. Like, I took applied math. I didn't care. Oh, you're not in pure math? No, I'm not. I'm not in pure math. I'm dumb. I can't take pure math. Sorry. Like, I'm slow. So next is how to handle bullying. Don't get bullied, basically. Just try to stay away from people. If there's someone who constantly just bothers you, just be like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? Especially in high school. Like, just, like, why? Like, especially with girls. Like, girls love to bully each other. Like, I remember I had this one friend. This girl would just always, like, bully her, and it was really awkward. And one day I was like, yo, what's your problem? Like, why are you always around her? Like, you stay around her. It's kind of awkward. It's like you're stalking her. And she was like, like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, just stay away from her, because, like, you're weird, and, like, you need to stop that. That's not cool. I didn't really have a bully in high school, but there was this one girl who, like, tried to bully me in high school. She failed, because I'm fucking crazy. Like, okay, I'm not crazy, but, like, she pushed me to a point where, like, I had to get really loud. And I don't think she saw that coming, so it caught her off guard, and she started crying. Basically, like, grabbed me against the wall and, like, pushed me up against the wall, and I was like, she was huge. She was, like, 6'3", like, just big, like, real big. And I was like, chill. Like, she wanted me to post some pictures that we took or something, and I didn't post them, and she was like, you better post them. And I was like, you are so aggressive. Holy shit. Like, relax. Like, I was aggressive, but she was, like, really aggressive. There were pictures. So she, like, grabbed me against the wall, and I was like, okay. And that was, like, the beginning of high school. That was like in grade 10 she did that to me. So the question is how to be confident. Someone asked me a question, so they said, I'm upgrading at a school, I don't know anyone, so it's like I'm scared of failure and not having people to talk to, also bullying. I upgraded at this place called Chinook Learning, and it was whack as hell. I did not like it. And this girl I used to be friends with in high school, she went there and she had like all these friends and I didn't, so I just kind of like was a loner, and I kind of just did my own thing. But honestly, that helped me get through class. Like, I did my work at my home. I didn't have to, like, I didn't want friends, let's be serious. I was going there just to go to, like, to finish the classes that I needed to upgrade and get out of there. So, honestly, for going to a new school that you don't know anyone, is just be very friendly. Don't look like you're closed off. Just look like you're approachable. You have to look approachable. People will not approach you. Like, I was very friendly, so people automatically would be like, oh, haha, do you have a thing, or do you have a pencil, blah, blah, blah. That's another way you could do that. Just like someone who's in your class, if you see them in the hallways and you have kind of an excuse to say something to them, like, hey, like, I'm sorry to bother you, like, do you remember what book she asked us to read for, or what pages she asked us to read? Those are ways you can slowly just, like, kind of build, like, a talking connection with someone so they don't feel awkward saying something to you if they need to. Honestly, friends-wise, I would just be friends with people in your class. That's always the easiest way to do it, unless you're there all day. I don't know. When I went to Chinook Learning, I really honestly just went there to go there and come home. I was there for 10 hours a day. Like, I was like, God, that's when I really realized I hate school. Like, I was like, ew, I hate school. Like, this is so gross. People do. But I just went there to do what I had to do and leave. I didn't want to, because the reason why I had to upgrade anyways is because I probably wasn't paying attention in grade 11 from having lots of friends. So I was like, okay, Destiny, gotta get it together. So I went to school, did what I had to go to school, and I left. I didn't want to be friends with nobody. I wasn't trying to do all that extra stuff. Not knowing people won't be a big deal, honestly, because everyone's there for the same thing. We're all there, going to the same school, doing the same courses. Like, you're gonna find someone you're gonna talk to. You're gonna find someone on the bus that probably goes to the same school as you, on the same bus or train. It's so easy to make friends there because people are honestly really nice. There's also older people there too as well. So you will find people who are not as like rude and trying to like standoffish, but most people are very kind. Just kind of be a nice person, be friendly, and those are always ways people are gonna want to approach you, be your friend. And bullying is very standard. Just try to avoid those people. Those people are just weird. They're bitter, angry people, and like people who want to bully people for no reason are just people who are awkward. Don't be a bully. That's one thing that like throughout all your life. Just don't be a bully, because then if you're not a nice person, people are not gonna be around you. Period. Like it's so simple. Like oh, I lost a snap question. Sorry, Samia, I lost a snap question. How to not be intimidated by senior guys. Honestly, with senior guys, they don't even see you, I'm telling you. Unless you're like some little baddie, which you're trying to be, then hey, if you're trying to be a little baddie, they gonna see you. Act like you don't see them, because they feel entitled because they're higher than you are, that you should say hi to them. No, act like you don't know them. Deadass. I just act like, oh, who are you? Haha, no. So, be cute, be confident, be selective. Be yourself. Like, I mean, when you walk through school and there's seniors everywhere and they're looking at you in all types of ways, girls are looking at you, be confident, walk like you walk to the beat of your own drum, basically. Do your thing, walk how you want to walk, do what you want to do. Don't let people make you feel you have to be like a certain way just because there's people who are higher or above you around you. No. Your light should not dim to make someone else feel better. That's a given. That's a given. If you feel uncomfortable being yourself around other people, you should not be around those people. How can you being yourself make other people feel uncomfortable? Like, you are the shit. Fake it till you make it, honestly. Legit. Like, I would walk around like I think I'm lit, even if low-key inside I'm like, man. It's all in your demeanor. If you act confident, people will think you're confident, they'll want to approach you because you're confident. If you act like you're not confident, you're kind of shy and weird, people are going to think you're weird or you're coming off standoffish, you know? You gotta just be yourself. Be cool, be nice, be yourself, be confident. How to ask someone out. Okay, I do what I do. I just bump into them by accident. I'll just like bump into you by accident, like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then from there on, you have something you can laugh about. Or if they're in your class, hey, do you understand this? Can you help me? Hey, do you have a pencil? Do you have a marker? Haha, did you watch that show last night? Or me, because I was a tomboy, I just talked about sports with boys all the time. Like, so-and-so got an ugly ass jump shot. And we all laugh about it. Ha 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 ha. Right? Or I just start throwing out facts about sports. And they'll be like, oh my god, like, you actually know sports. Like, I'm like, yeah, just a little bit. But I would say if your crush is walking towards you and you're walking towards him and he doesn't see you, bump into him, dead ass. Or just like slow down, don't bump into him, but like slow down so he kind of bumps you and be like, oh my god. And then he'll be like, oh sorry, like, oh it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I didn't know it was you, it's all good. It's okay. And then next time you see him, and if, like, if it's just you guys in the hallway, be like, don't bump into me again. He'll be like, I won't. Right? Just little stuff. You gotta do really cute stuff. Like, you gotta just be really adorable. You gotta be that funny girl who just makes jokes. Don't try to like strut walk so he sees you. No, just be that funny ass girl who always makes jokes and is like kikiing and being funny and just being cute and whatnot. Yeah? So, you know, just be like, I like your shirt, it's nice. Or like, oh, what's your shirt? Or, you know, just little things. You gotta get in there. Once you're in there, you are in there. Trust me. Once you're in there, you are all the way in there. Ain't no one gonna say nothing to you. Trust me. Okay? How to be yourself. As I said before, just walk with confidence. Know that you don't need anyone else to tell you that you're lit. You're just lit. You are lit. Walk around like you're lit. Don't let Stephanie, Jessica, Shaniqua, Tanya, and whatever tell you that you ain't popping and that's how you're gonna feel like you popping. No, you just popping. Be popping. Other people gonna think you popping. Other people gonna want to hang out with you because you popping. That's just basically it. Once you just want to be yourself, you want to do what you want to do. People are always attracted to people's energy. If your energy is positive and your energy is always confident, people are naturally gonna gravitate towards you. Very nice. So be a good person, have good energy all the time. People will naturally gravitate to you, and you'll have lots of friends. You'll have lots of people who think you're a good person, who will talk good about you if you're a good person with good energy. Good energy is everything. Life is about energy. Negative energy makes you negative. Good energy makes you happy. If something gives you negative energy, stay away from that energy. So be in a good space. Good energy only. We ain't got time for negative energy, girl. Bye. How to graduate. Take the courses you want. Stay away from negative energy. Be confident. Fake it till you make it. I'm telling you. What's number 5? Stay away from boys. Okay? Stay away from boys. They will ruin your life, okay? Your perfect first day outfit. Once I wore like a leather jacket, like a really flowery dress, and like boots. I slayed it though. Like I slayed it, but I did so much. Like I walked into class, we were like, I would wear like a loose fitting t-shirt. I'd wear like some nice boyfriend jeans, Converse, maybe a purse, a hat. What else do I have? I think that's all the questions I got. Yeah. Well, yeah, so that's basically all the questions I got. High school is something that you have to survive, I feel like. Survival was it for me in high school. Like a lot of negative stuff happened for me in high school, but I just kind of pushed through it. I got over it. I had a diary in high school. Do a lot of writing. I did a lot of writing in high school. I would write my diary, like, oh my god, so today, May 30th, 2011. I had a lot of boy issues. Like, I thought I wasn't cute because like, the boys didn't like me. That's because I was a tomboy and like I was super aggressive and I was black. So it's like, you're black, aggressive, and a tomboy. Like, those, hey, look at me now. We good. We chillin'. All you need to know is that you will survive high school. Trust me. You will survive. It won't be that bad. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? And I feel like in college, same thing. If I was in college, I would just stay around people I liked, take all the courses obviously that I wanted. You're taking all the courses you want. You can kind of just pick, you can put your classes when you want to put them. You can time manage a lot more in college. Unless evening classes if you wanted, so you can sleep in all day. You can take morning classes so you can have all afternoons to yourself. College is just something that is hard, but not as annoying as high school, I feel. Because you have a little more freedom, but it's just as hard. Because there's more people. There's way more people in college than there is in high school. Your classes are much bigger. Wow. I didn't go, so I wouldn't. I'm like, I've heard of it. People tell me about it all the time. My friends talking about it all the time. It sounded and looks like something really rough. I honestly commend people who go to college and go to university. That's a lot of school that you have to mentally be okay with taking. Like, that's, wow. Like, I'm so jealous people can actually go to school and do all that stuff. Obviously, my path led me somewhere else, but people who do that, like, I look at you like, you're so strong. Like, I'm mentally so weak. I would, like, suffer. I would suffer. College dropout? Kanye? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically my entire video. I answered all the questions that were given to me. I don't know what else I could talk about. Hopefully this video is helpful to anyone who's watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's kind of long, I know, sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.